Hey, let me ask you something. Have you ever struggled to update the exact time inside a tool like ClickUp using Make? Because working with time fields can be confusing. Sometimes you need to add minutes, subtract minutes, preserve the previous task time, or convert a date time value into the exact format the API accepts. So in this video, I will show you some very important make.com formulas that you need when working with time and date time fields. I will show you this using ClickUp, but the same logic can help when working with many other tools and APIs as well. So in this video, we will cover formulas like addMinutes, parse date, format date, and parse number, and many more. So as you can see, this is a basic ClickUp structure for a caregiver schedule, and there is a lot of information that involves timing. So start date, due date, reminder before, and reminder after. When you add anything in this start date with time, the reminder before will update automatically 5 minutes before. Why is that happening? Because in ClickUp, you cannot handle this automation directly. In ClickUp, you need to set at least 1 hour before or after. In that case, we cannot solve this issue natively, and for that reason, we use make.com to solve our problem. So when we add any start date with time, it will automate this reminder 5 minutes before. As you can see, tomorrow 4 a.m., it is 5 minutes before that. Friday 4 a.m., 5 minutes before that. How is it happening? Let's see. So this is the make.com automation. As you can see, this is a webhook. When we add any start date with time, there is an automation in ClickUp, so it will trigger the webhook. Then make.com catches the webhook and starts working. After that, we are delaying the process. This is a sleep module we are using for 30 seconds. Why? So that the task updates with the native ClickUp automation, and then we can get the updated task. After that, we are adding a get a task module from ClickUp. This is a built-in module in make.com. Then we are calling the make.com API, because if you want to update the time in ClickUp, then you need to call the API. This is not possible directly via make.com. So let me show you in the API call how we use the formula. As you can see, first there is a connection. We need to connect ClickUp with make.com. Then there is URL, method, headers, query string, and body. The URL is very important because this is the main thing through which the information will update. As you can see, it is mentioned, for example, v2/team. So we use v2 and then we use task because we are updating a task. All are tasks, and we are getting the task from the webhook and also using get a task. So we are mapping this task. You just need to put the task ID. If you press here, it will be mapped. Then we use field. Why do we use field? Because this is a custom field that we want to update. Reminder before is the custom one. For that, we need to add field, and this is the UUID of this particular field. The problem is, sometimes we do not know how to get this one. For that reason, I will show you how you can find it. Just go to ClickUp, search custom, and match the list ID because I want to fetch all the custom fields from this list. I am using one history entry so that I can check the list information. If I run this module and give it the number, you will see it works. There are many custom fields here, and you can see this is the custom ID. The UUID is this value. You can update this with the UUID. I think you understand how you can do that. Then there is a post method because we are updating from make.com into ClickUp, so we use post. Then it will be JSON because in the body type we use JSON. And what will be the value of this? As you can see, the first is parse number. How can you find this? If you press /, you will see information pop up. Just add parse. You can see it is working. Parse number, you see it is working. And if you want to see format date, you can also check that. If you want to add any minutes, you can also check that. So this is how you can do that. So what will be the value here? We are first using addMinutes. How many minutes? -5 because the time needs to be 5 minutes before. If it is 4 o'clock, then it will be 3:55 p.m. So we are subtracting 5 minutes from the formula. For that reason, we use -5. Then this is the start date because we are updating the start date. So from the start date, it will subtract 5 minutes. And then we are formatting this into a Unix timestamp because ClickUp recognizes this value. Then we are formatting this date into a Unix timestamp and parsing it as a number so that it converts into a number and the time is correct. Then this is working correctly. Similarly, you can do the same for 5 minutes after. So if I add +5, it will add 5 minutes rather than subtract. So let's check another example, which is a larger one. Sometimes we need to merge two values, a date and a time. We will merge this date and time together. How can we do that? Similarly, you can see the same thing. Sleep, get a task. And we are using tools. Why? Because we are updating the due date. So this is another scenario. We are formatting the due date in this format, and we are fetching the data from ClickUp. You can see this is the due date, and we are getting it into the shape. If I run this one, you will see whatever I give, even if I put any time value, it gives only the date, no time is included. So we are getting only the due date. Then again, we are updating the due date. As you can see, there is a larger JSON body here. In the URL, we did not add any custom field value because this is a basic field in ClickUp. For that reason, we do not need to add a custom UUID. We use PUT, and then there is a content dash type JSON. So let me show this in detail. First, you can see we are parsing the date. This is the updated due date. We are getting it from this one and then parsing it in this format. Then we are formatting the date, parsing the date, using format date and parse number, and converting it into a number. Then we use this to merge these two pieces of information. One will be the date. So before this part, all of it is the date, and after that, this is the time, only the time. So it will merge the date and time. You can see format date, parse date, and the custom previous due time. Why is it showing like this? Because this is the previous start date and due date we are storing. From this previous time, we are taking only the time, not the date, and we are merging it with the updated due date. So the date is updating to today, but we are taking the 1 p.m. time and merging today with 1 p.m. So you can see the due date is today at 1 p.m. This is the thing that is happening here. So this is the main thing, how you can work with time in make.com to update anything in ClickUp or any other platform. Using formulas like addMinutes, parse date, format date, and parse number, you can dynamically calculate time, preserve existing task time, and update ClickUp fields correctly through the API. Once you understand this logic, building reminder systems, SLA workflows, scheduling automations, and other time-based processes becomes much easier and more flexible. If you found this useful and want to build something like this, you can message us or visit camel.tech. Let's build systems that remove manual work and give you full financial clarity.